Welcome to Pixel Football, and here's some footballers you didn't know were related. And the last pair will really surprise you. So let's start with a more obvious connection in Diego Maradona and Sergio Agüero. These two Argentinian greats are linked through marriage. Agüero married Diego Maradona's daughter, Juninho, in 2008. They unfortunately split 4 years later. However, the marriage did produce a son, whose godfather is another great, perhaps the greatest for them all, in Lionel Messi. And speaking of Messi, he is the distant cousin of a former Barcelona teammate, Bojan Krkić. Despite never fulfilling his early potential, Bojan still had a decent career at the Camp Nou, as well as a fairly successful spell in the Premier League with Stoke City. Messi, on the other hand, is still yet to prove that he could do it on a cold, rainy Tuesday night in Stoke. Another player who has experienced life both at Barcelona and in the Premier League is Philippe Coutinho, who has a distant cousin, Juninho Paulista, who is still revered by Middlesbrough fans, who saw him inspire the club to new heights over 3 separate spells from the mid-90s. Juninho in fact held the record for the most Premier League goals scored by a Brazilian until it was broken by his distant cousin during his successful 5-year stint at Liverpool. And moving on from 2 skillful Brazilians to another tricksy cult hero of the Premier League era in Okocha, who boasts some of the best highlight reels in the game. But did you know that his nephew also has Premier League pedigree in Alex Iwobi, who has played for Arsenal, Everton and Fulham. And Iwobi's fellow Nigerian, Obafemi Martins, the former Inter Milan striker who also had really successful spells in the Premier League, married Mario Balotelli's sister. Balotelli, probably football's greatest enigma, himself played for Inter Milan before coming to the Premier League. And finally we have Luka Modrić, who had a trophy-laden career with Real Madrid after breaking through in the Premier League with Tottenham Hotspur. In fact, in the same season as he was establishing himself at White Hart Lane, his distant cousin, Viduka, was playing his final season at Newcastle United after scoring goals regularly for Leeds United. Despite being Australian, Viduka had Croatian relatives on his father's side and could have played alongside Modrić for the Croatian national team, but chose to represent the land of his birth instead. So there's some footballers you didn't know were related. Give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, and drop me any comments of any other footballing connections that you might know of. You can also watch more Pixel Football videos right here.